to another episode of It's Just Person Podcast. I just want to hop on here for a few minutes, and I want to talk about a shooting that happened in Huntsville, I believe, and a domestic violence case with a young lady, 26, mother of two children, two girls. She was killed by her boyfriend. Alexis, Garth is her name. She was 26. And her boyfriend shot her. I guess he felt like that she was cheating on him. And she was, according to her mom, that she was wanted to get out of that abusive relationship. And I constantly tell people, you can't change a person. If you met this guy and this guy was already in the system, in and out of jail, on probation, those guys need to be avoided. Unless you see some type of change behavior, you can't change them. You're wasting your time on those guys. And it never ends well when you're trying to leave those type of relationships. It never ends well. Because they have that, if I can't have you, nobody can mentality. They have that mindset. Because they know they haven't been the best person for you in their relationship. So they figuring you're going to go out and meet somebody else. You're going to be happy with somebody else that you couldn't be with them. And this is what this fool did. He was 26 years old. I think he was around that same age with her. And they had that little girl. But he was also, when he was 16, he shot 3 juveniles. And he was on probation for that. He was already on probation. Now, that's when you know you're dealing with a fool. When he's already on probation for a previous crime, and this joker want to commit more crime. Why are females attracted to those type of guys? I never understood that. They give their time and their loyalty to a person that don't deserve it. And I bet this wasn't the first time the guy abused her. Having a baby for somebody is not going to change him. Doing wifely things for him is not going to change him. A person is not going to change unless they're willing to change. You can't change them. And this guy didn't love himself, so he couldn't possibly love her, right? He got upset with her for her sister going to take her sister her keys that she left in her car. And here it is, this young lady was just posted on Facebook like a year ago. They had just moved into their house. They had just moved into their house. And this was she moved into a house, and there was a bigger and better place for her and her kids. And here this guy ruined that for her. Took her. Now he's in prison, hopefully for the rest of his life. And now the 2 girls got to grow up without their mom. Without their mom. Because of the actions of a fool. Because of unstable man. "26 years old. How many more of the young black mothers do we have to lose to senseless violence? It was just another girl in Memphis, I believe, she was killed by her ex-girlfriend because she wanted to leave the relationship. Killed her in front of her kids. Burned up all her burnt up her vehicles, and then killed it. And killed the lady. I don't quite understand. They feel like that's the only person that that's on Earth. Give it time. They would have found somebody else, and it'd been a whole lot better. They forgot about her. He could have just moved on. The best revenge for someone that wants out a relationship with you, you go in and better yourself. You go and better yourself and become the better version of yourself. And then if they love you, they'll come back. They don't need to kill nobody. He put all his trust in that one person. And when you love somebody more than you love yourself, this is what happens. He didn't love himself more. He loved her more than he loved himself. And this is the result. I don't care how beautiful a person is. You don't ever love them more than you love yourself. Because when that person leaves, and there goes your love, then there goes your item, and there goes your life. Because you don't see yourself with anyone else. You don't see yourself doing anything else. You don't put all your eggs in one basket with that person. When you do that, this is what happens. Then he tried to kill his daughter. Shot the girl 5 times. And from what they say the different she was shot in the back, side. She was shooting her daughter. And he was too cowardly. If you that hurt, why would you want to inflict hurt on somebody else? If you that hurt, I'm not telling you to do it, but if you're the one in pain, you take yourself out. You take yourself out. Ain't no need to kill nobody else. That girl wanted to live too. Who gave you the right to want to end somebody's life because you miserable? You miserable. You don't see yourself doing nothing more than what you're doing. Who gave you the right to end her life? You can't change these jokers. You leave these criminals where they are. You leave these criminal-minded people where they are. Because if their mindset is just on doing criminal stuff, avoid them. It never ends well. Either you'll find yourself being charged with a crime, being an accessory to a crime, or you'll find yourself laying in a casket. And it's always the ones that's closest to you that can inflict the most harm on you. Alexis Garth, 26 years old, died at the hands of somebody that she trusted, that she loved, but didn't love her back. And I bet she was the best girlfriend to that guy. And it's always the one, they mistreat the good ones. They dog out the good ones. And then when the good ones make up in their mind they want to leave, and then he can't handle it. Then he want to inflict pain on her. He want to take her out because he couldn't do right by her. Y'all can't change these guys. The only way you'll be able to change these guys if they're willing to change. If they won't change and they are willing to get changed, and they're willing to become that change. I can only imagine the pain he inflicted on that girl in that relationship. She couldn't even be herself around him. I just pray for that family. I pray for those two little girls. And I hope he gets what's coming to him. Because he was a coward. You can't, life, everything has an expiration date. And that relationship it just came to an end. And 99% of the reason why she probably wanted to leave was him. Everything has an expiration date. Everything. You can't force it. If it don't fit, don't force it. You can't force nobody to stay in a relationship they don't want to stay in. If they want out, you let them out. You don't hold nobody hostage. Let them out. Let them go out there and experience what they're looking for. And if once they go out there and experience what they want and it don't work out, don't let them come back. Let them stay out there, experience it. If you found any value in this video, like, share, subscribe to my channel. It's Just Percy Podcast. Like I always say, whatever you do, do it better. But you can't change these guys. Ladies, stop trying to change these guys. Stop getting involved with these criminal-minded guys, these inmates that's in and out of the system. Nothing good ever comes out of that unless that person has committed to changing his life for the better. And you see the results of his action. And stop trying to have babies with these criminals. A baby's not going to change the mindset of a criminal. And you loving him, trying to love him, that's not going to change him either unless he want it. Peace. Ladies, if you're in an abusive relationship, you don't have to stay in that. You got to love yourself more. You got to love yourself more in that relationship. Because if you got somebody that's being violent towards you, that's not love. Love never abuses you. There was a young lady in Huntsville that was murdered, shot by a boyfriend or a husband or whoever he was to her. Alexis, Garth is her name. He said he was going to kill her, their baby, and he was going to kill himself. But he did kill her, but he was too coward to kill himself. As soon as the cops showed up, he surrendered. But he killed her. Ladies, you cannot change an emotionally unstable person. Stop staying in these relationships trying to change that man. A man is not going to change unless he's willing to change. If he's unwilling to change, he's not going to change. Nothing you can do can change that. Stop wasting your time, your energy, your money, all of that on these no good, selfish guys. There's nothing loving about a guy putting his hands on you. There's nothing loving about a guy mistreating you. Love has nothing to do with that. If a man doesn't love himself, he's not going to know how to love you. And he'll try to change you. He'll become jealous of you. You'll be sleeping with the enemy. Because he will not be your protector. He will become your abuser. Because he's jealous of your personality. And he'll do anything to destroy you and destroy everything about you. Prime example of that guy, what he did. And I hate that women, young women, they so want to be loved that they're willing to put up with abuse just to say they have somebody. If you are in an abusive relationship, get out. If a family, if y'all know of y'all loved ones that's in a relationship, y'all do everything in y'all power to get that person out of that. You can't say you love your family if you allow that to go on and you don't do anything about it. Men, we need to step up. We need to step up and become the men that we were destined to be. We shouldn't be out here abusing women and call ourselves men. Men don't do that. Men don't abuse women. If you need to go get help, go get help. Go get help and become the man that you was meant to be. And stop being out here abusing these females. If you say you love them, show them. Love is action. Having someone scared of you, that's not love. And that's nothing to brag about. And I'm sorry that young lady had to lose her life at the hands of a fool. If you're in an abusive relationship, get out. Peace.